Good morning, Art-Alchemy. Welcome back to my channel. I have a special video for you. I hope it's not that long. It's probably not going to be that long. So I'm testing out finally the Pastel on these, and I'll tell you about this mess. This is the Uart, the sample that I got sent. I didn't cut it down. This is exactly, I think it's a 10 by, might be 11. I think it's 11 by 9 or something like that. It is quite long, and this is gonna be for, I mounted it on, remember these boards that I got for $3 or something, and there was 4 of them. Well, I did manage to mount. Now this one is the other one that looked like this one. This is if you know about pastel paper, this is, which is softer. This is this was 800, I think 800 grit, don't remember. And this one was, it's a little bit harsher, so this is 340 or something like that. I did cut this one, so I mounted it in 2 different, because I'm going to be making 2 pastel papers. Mind you, thank you to Uart, and I will be entering a competition with 3 or 4, which and it has to be on Uart paper. So if you don't have Uart paper, you cannot, because as soon as you tell them you didn't do your artwork in Uart paper, they're gonna disqualify you. You do have to pay is $25 in entry, and then go to Uart, their website. It's running from September 17 all the way to October 9th. So we'll be entering that. That's why I'm making this. This is the project, one of the projects I'm working on. And this is just the bare bones. This is I'll tell you a little bit what happened. I did do a short, but let me tell you about the competition. And then after that, after your first work, you could have unlimited work in the competition. I've never entered Uart competition, so this will be my first one, and hopefully not my last one. And after that, it's $10 a piece. So I'm probably gonna enter either these three and maybe another one, or just like these 3. I'm not sure. I played hooky today. I didn't go to work. Oh, well, for you it's Saturday. I'm filming this on Wednesday. So let me tell you a little bit about this, what happened. So according to Uart, all their paper, and Uart is one of the top American pastel brands. I'm not kidding. That's why I'm asking for a sample. I'm cheap, because the sample pack was always like around $25 on Amazon, and I could never get it any lower. So I asked them, and they sent me the sample pack of 4, which I shown. Let me show you again. But I have not, that one I have not. This is a sample pack that they send me, along with this sheet and the other sheet that I cut down. This is their newest sheet. This is a peel and stick. And I did peel it, and it is stuck, except I wet it, and I wet it mostly with alcohol because I wanted to dry fast, and it did. It took water really well, like alcohol. I put very minimal water, very minimal. And this is the acrylic ink that I like to work with. This is kind of happened. I was supposed to do sunflowers, but it's kind of like my hand does something else, and I created roses. So now it's gonna be the piece is gonna be called take roses to my funeral or to my grave. I haven't decided. It might be one or the other, or both. So yeah, this is the piece, and I'm gonna enter them in October, probably the 8th. So I'm gonna be working them. So I thought, well, why not make the video, because I've been owing you guys this video. So like I said, I did mount it on this panel that I got. It's a wood panel. I didn't, and you see how I made the border, because the paper was shorter. So I am gonna, when I'm done, probably before I'm done, when I'm done making the bare bones, which right now is the bare bones. This is on black, and I didn't want it to be like jet black, but it is black very much. So I'm gonna put pastels on there, and you'll see the finished product on a short. But I am gonna put the Pastel. That's why I said it's still the bare bones, even though it might look like I've painted. But once I'm done putting the pencil marks on them, and I'm happy before I lay down any pastel, because once I do that, that's it. It's gonna start powdering away. I did have to put some gel medium, which is kind of what you see here, and it didn't seal it, thank God, because I had it like some gel medium. And I put it because I noticed when I came in right now, this top part was raised, so I just figure I just put all the corners, and I run my finger all around. And like I said, I'm gonna put this gold like an acrylic, it's a craft acrylic paint, since I decided not to paint on here. I think I didn't want to even lay down any ground because I wanted to stick really well, and it did. But because I put it alcohol, I would suggest you do lay down a little bit of especially in the corners of gel medium. And yeah, and here it is. So it does warp even though I mounted it, and this is what they suggest. I was like, no, I'm not gonna take any chances. I want it mount. And here, you see that here? This is where it warped yesterday, and I touched it, and I think I even show you on the short. That's why it's not a big deal. It did manage to re-stretch. Yeah, but I think it's maybe like an air bubble, so do be careful with these when you, and none of this is acrylic. It's not gonna do anything. And the white that you see is the gel medium. Thank God I didn't seal it. But yeah, I haven't, you know what, we should paint it. No, I want to paint it on my own. But so we do have these, and now we're gonna lay some of the ground stuff. I do have some, let's see here, and so I have these. This is why I wanted to buy these. The colors might look similar, but no. And this is what I'm wanna match it. So I did get this purple and kind of like, so let's start with this one, because this ones, it looks like they're more matchy. So I'm just gonna, and mind you, this is already, I already said it, but this is it's already graded. We're gonna start with this because these are lighter and they're more matchy, but you can start to whatever. These are roses, so I'm gonna see how, okay, see, I was afraid it was going to seal it, but it didn't. Now if I wanted to put some more acrylic, then no. And this is how I create my roses. How do I say it? It's like I don't have a system. This, believe it or not, I actually did it with my finger. I ran my finger. I did lay down watercolor, even though it doesn't show anymore. And then like this color. And then, let me see. Yeah, it doesn't show anymore. The pastel is pretty, it's pretty, how should I say it? Pretty thick. And so yeah, and I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, you know what, I have acrylic and it's gonna dry, and I want it to dry because I'm still gonna put pastels on it, don't get me wrong. This is why I say, so this is what we called an underpainting. So, and if you don't like something in pastel, no problem, get like an alcohol wet surface, or you could even, if this wasn't mounted, you could run it underwater and you would start again. A lot of people don't know this, but, and how I got started with pastels is because I'm a curious person. So I was just like looking, and I'm like, what is that stuff? And the first go around didn't go that well. I think I had mungyo, and I was like, oh, I don't like those. But then schminka, I heard about schminka, and I was making an art supply anyway. And how do I say it, that I fell in love. The Schminka and the Sennelier are like, the Sennelier, man, they're pretty good. So these are going to be iridescent. So I am going to use some, remember the Sennelier iridescent. And like I said, you might think I choose what to do, but I was a little bit conflicted. This was going to be sunflowers. And somehow I wanted the ground to be this color, like the paper, but I still wanted the black to show. And it created roses for me, you guys. So yeah, so I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with the roll with it, because who am I to say, hey, like, my hand does what it does and that's it. Like, there's nothing I can do about it, because that's what it does. I like the way this one created itself. This one, I'm gonna add more lines. So when I drew in the pastel, like the actual pastel, I like pastels a lot, believe it or not. I was last year, I had a lot of stuff going on that I didn't even touch them for like a year and a half. So I'm really happy that I'm finally coming around. I might not like that. I think I don't like that. See? So you can easily just rub it off. Take it off. But yeah, pastels are really fun. Some of you might not like it because it's chalky, but I did find that a lot of people said online that they didn't like the pastels itself, but they did like this, using the pastel, these pencils. I don't know why I can't talk and I can't see how we give them a little bit more of a body. That way, this one's pretty much done, but you just kind of go like, this is how I make my roses. Like I said, my hand chooses. So you're always, I know some people say, oh Maria, you're always making roses. I'm like, no, my hand likes to make the roses. This is gonna be like a little bud. I do not like and they're gonna be floating like that. I might put a little green here, I might, but might not. Ooh, they're gonna be like this. I think I just saw like a tree thing here. Might just put that in. But okay, so I'm done with this pencil. I'm gonna put it back. It did its work. So now I'm gonna start. This is like a periwinkle and this one is more matchy, so probably this one, and just start getting more of a center. And yeah, you can these are made for drawing your stuff, but I use them more like I wanna give me the symmetry, and yes, more of a drawing, believe it or not. And this one you do little to no effort because it already has the grid stuff for you, so you don't have to do much. You just move your hand. If you have arthritis or whatever, I encourage you to try some pastels, because these are really nice, you guys. Like, you look at, you barely have to do anything and they are good to go. You might be saying, why is Maria, because I'm trying out the Stabilos, remember? The Stabilos, and this is a 2-for-1 video, Stabilo and Uart. And I'm having some fun, mind you, while I'm at it. I mean, why? Oh, this is a little heart. Why the hell not, you know? Why the hell not? I created a little heart on the center here. So, yeah. So now you know that I don't make roses. I don't decide. It is my hand that decides for me to do that. Okay. Just getting it out there for you. Like, why is Maria always making roses? No. And then, like, I'm a very, I don't like to control. I'm not the type of artist that like to control stuff. I like to go with the flow. If like this, it was supposed to, I was laying the pastel ground for what it was going to be. I like the way that is right there, so we're just gonna keep it. I like the way that my hand sometimes does that, and I just love it. I just love it. And I'm not an artist that if it's not this way, it's like wrong, you know. No, in art there is no right or wrong. When I used to take ceramics, I used to do a lot of things incorrect, and a lot of that I noticed a lot of good things came out of that. Actually, it's a little but. So yeah, so I don't control things. I like to not to control things. The less I control, the better for me as an artist. This is how I like to do things, and it's always worked for me, so I enjoy it. And I enjoy it because it's not stressful. That's why I don't like, believe it or not, this is probably the most you're gonna see me draw, because it's in color. I don't feel like I'm drawing in it, and I can imagine my piece is what I'm getting at, versus kind of like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. No, it's like I can't imagine my piece. So this little thing, and yeah, I guess I'm starting to get into the Halloween spirit, because this is a piece about, we do have some, actually, I should share, I'll share the picture that I took a couple years ago, the year that my mom, we do have some roses in our garden that grow, and they are this color. they really are. So okay, we're done with that one, and we're gonna see if this one works. Now you could paint with just this, like I said, but I don't want to, because I like the soft pastels, the feel, the finish, the grittiness. I like that, and this to me feels like very bony, very sketchy actually. But now I'm starting to think that, oh, I'm getting an idea, you guys, like how, so this, see how out of an accident now I'm getting the ideas. I was always afraid of like gridded pastel paper, but this little experience that I'm having now gives me an idea that now I should, this is how I should approach grit paper. So start with my watercolors or acrylic. I'm gonna actually just do acrylic ink and alcohol, and I should always mount it or put it in my board or like a hard surface board, and then work my way into the pastels, because I noticed that pastels itself, they never talk to me, like speak to me, and this is why I have really good pastels, but they never, I've never been so keen to pick them up. But this right here, because now I feel excited and like really cool, like, oh my god, like I really like this. This feels good to me. feels, it's artsy, it's not messy, it feels amazing, and it has color. I can imagine the finish and everything else, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm excited to see the finish line now because of all of this. These Stabilo pencils are really nice, guys. I am gonna recommend them, but maybe look at it, it's yeah, it would, if you don't know this, if you ever want to get your pencil to a fine pointed, but you want to go sharpen it, but you have enough of it, you could just get a graded paper, a sandpaper, and it will give you the point that you want. I did learn that, and I was actually, before this video, I was going through my sketches, and like, I'm gonna show you my my beginner drawing sketches, the only class I took, the only drawing class well, they made me take it. I mean, do you see here? See here also, this is where the paper, it lifted a little bit, but yeah. So you do have to, if you plan to use it like a mixed media, like anything water, alcohol, you probably have to put gel medium, which is, I thought about that and I didn't do it because I just wanted to stick in. But if you're just gonna use it just as it should, without like pastels, without anything, then it should be fine. But yeah, ooh, I like this. What we think? Okay, you're like, right now it looks like a mess. I don't know about that. Yeah, but I'm halfway done, believe it or not. I'm halfway done. I really like this. I can imagine like a little thing over here. I might have to, I do want to do, I didn't want to do leaves, but I think I'm going to, because just to give it a little bit of texture, feel. Let's see. And if I don't like it, I could always, that's a little butt right there, in case you're wondering. I don't know, it just seems like this is like tree-like. They're roses, but it just feels like they're supposed to be on a tree. It's probably because I was thinking about another painting here. Another painting that I'm going to do with pastels as well for this competition. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like the green. What do you guys think? Should I keep it or not? Let me know in the comments. So I don't know if I don't think it's necessary. This is where sometimes I'm like, I don't know, when people say you have to add a little bit of green, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I do like this little lines right here that created. I feel like it's a tree or something. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. But I am liking it. I'm loving it. So what do you guys think? So anyway, this is gonna be a short video. I think I'm gonna stop it here because I'm hungry. But Stabilos are great, and I would suggest you mount if you're gonna start at any type of pastel, even if it's practice, mount it on a hard surface, and because it will do you wonders. I have tried it without it. You know, you saw me in June, and I was struggling a little bit because it wasn't mounted. And if you can mount it, you can tape it to something like this hard board or something, and yeah, and tape it all the way around, and then do your thing. But I would suggest you mount it. Now I understand why they tell you to do it. But let me know what you think about the green. Should I keep it or take it off? I don't know about this one. I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Bye bye.